Hey collective, let's get some messages for the 9th. This is June 2022. So what is going on? Collective consciousness energy. What are the vibrations for the collective? What's going on? Please God, clear, concise messages on the 3. Thank you. All right. What is the situation today, collective? All right, so I'm just waiting for a facing up jumper. Hopefully less than 2. Okay, so there is our situation for the day. So this is usually going on, in terms of energy within 48 or rather 24 hours of the reading, and these readings are timeless, so whenever you're watching. So we have Aquarius energy here. You could be one. This could be a person in your life. This could just be about 11th house energy, which Aquarius rules. The star here astrologically, and that is, groups of friends. This is social networks, and this is also volunteerism. So this is, in essence, our humanity. It's what brings us together at what, it's what brings us together essentially, versus dividing us. So here we have this, comfort obviously with nudity here. We have this sense of, being able to give to both sides of this energy. You have knowledge with this air sign. It's fixed air, and that is really just intelligence. I see and not many people say this, and it's certainly not what's written about the card, but I always say over the years, I've learned that there's a real art of war vibe in the star card. It sort of looks innocuous, right? It's but there's always a leveling up, because there's always new knowledge. So this is quite beautiful energy. It's about hopes and wishes and dreams, right? At night, there could be dreams that are special here, or, working on your dreams. That could be part of it as well. But it could be being seen here. Like I say, like there's no shame here. There's this sense of just, being exactly who you are. And this is the part of humanity about this card. It allows us to be our unique selves, because that is what plays the part in the whole. So individualism is actually really important here in this energy as well. So yes, and healing, if I haven't already said that. All right, so really beautiful energy, right? It's it is higher consciousness energy, just because it's more aware, it's more conscious, right? But at the same time, it's group orientated, and one-on-one it sort of has maybe a more difficult time. So it's more group orientated, energetically speaking. So this could be the energy that you're surrounded by, or the type of, say, personality traits that you or the other person has in this situation. But hopes and wishes and certainly healing are indicated here. All right, so let's see what the thoughts are, you or the other person's thoughts about the situation. Yeah, the healing, the beauty. So, wow. Okay, so we have thoughts about this energy. We have the High Priestess, the Three of Cups, the Eight of Cups, and the Devil. So he's popping back up this week, end of week. He was gone for a little while, but he was there last week. So there could be a little bit of an obsession here, and there could be this intuitive... It's like this would be, and I'm going to talk about these terms in terms of spell work here, but just topically with the High Priestess and the Devil here in the thoughts about the situation. Yeah, dreams, like, and it's funny because I did say innocuous here, like there's this sense of it's not, something's not meant to be harmful here, but it can be feeling a little obsessive, or there could be like a little bit of obsession, addiction, codependency here. Even if, like I say, if this is 11th house for you, or if this is about friendships or volunteer groups, or, you know, it's just a general reading, right? So whatever the situation is for you with any of those terms that I may have used there. And then we have this celebration card, this reunion card in this, right next to this Eight of Cups here in between these two major arcanas. So we're dealing with major energy in both the situation and the thoughts. So this could feel like it's taking over, or it's very hard to avoid. There could be also a sense of needing to grow. I have to say it, like there's a sense of like growing up here, because this Eight of Cups is all about maturity, and it's with this Three of Cups. And we'll see if there's more threes here. There could be a third-party situation. It could be within peer groups. But essentially, we have this growing up card. It's time to grow up. It's essentially a moving on card, but it can be just moving on from a situation. It doesn't have to be a person or anything like that, but it can be. We have work situation indicated here as well. Hard work status is indicated. And yeah, like boss energy. This is dominance energy here with the Devil. Very interesting seeing him opposite here of the High Priestess. So here's where we're going to talk a little bit about what can be considered spell work, right? You or the other person may or may not even know that they're doing this. However, there is an emotional connection here within the thoughts about this. So this could feel in a way, and it could be a project having to do with a dream, or, you know, wishes come true, or, right? It doesn't have to be a person. It can be that for you, but it can be a Capricorn here. We could have a Cancer individual here as well, because the High Priestess is ruled by the Moon. But here is deep knowing and intuition, higher knowledge. This would be also known as, you know, the psychic energy. It's someone who knows how to manipulate. Honestly, you might as well can just consider her the female magician, but there's this sense of, it's the receptivity portion of it, right? The magician as a term or as an energy is all about enacting its will upon the world. It's having the resources, and, it's that masculine energy. With the High Priestess, you have this same situation, that manifestation energy, enacting your will upon the world, but this is about through psychic energy. This is energy work, right? So whether it's about you or somebody else, whatever it is here, so opposite of the Devil, it's just really here in the thoughts, certainly about the situation, there's a real fixation here. Around this situation. It could be a work environment, right? Because we have 10th house indicated here. Could be trying to mix these two groups, work and social groups. You could be dealing with someone who is, you are the other person here. It could be at work where, but it, you know, ultimately it doesn't have to be. It can just be where something feels like it's, yeah, like it's dominating something. Dominating the psychic sphere or intuitive influence. So, and you know, the devil is greedy. It's lusty. It's not really necessarily going to play fair in this energy. Now, if this is about hard work and manifesting hopes and wishes and dreams and healing through maturing within or because of social circles here, particularly where there is a reunion involved, then that could be, right? It doesn't have to be all awful, right? With the devil, I try to read some helpful energy in there. But generally, it can just be considered toxicity. It can be over-reliance on that as well. Yeah, but something around dreams or spell work here could be indicated. Whether you or the other person is aware of it or not. But it looks like here as well, there's a knowledge base. This is occult knowledge, right? See, this is just beyond intuition. That's the thing. Like, our human intuition is like, you sort of have a feeling about something. Now, just like magnify that by 10, and that's the power of this card. It's like feeling upon feeling upon. It's like when it's the energy of being able to walk into a room and just, you don't have to look at anybody. You just look around. You just feel the energy. You just sort of, there's body language, you know, you don't even have to talk to anybody. So that's what that is. And it's very powerful energy. And they don't mess around here. And they put it in a major arcana called the High Priestess. So you could be, this person, you or the other individual here could be a woman in this story. Wow. Okay, so let's look into... you know, and especially somebody who would consider themselves maybe into the occult or into like very like spiritual. I was going to say religious, but not religious, not religion per se, but spirituality. Okay. So feelings. What are you or the other person's feelings about the situation? And the situation today will be the star card here. Okay. Feelings. Here we have swords energy. We're in our heads here. It is really impacting this. And I can see why. It's because it's the manifestation could be misused here. There could be some old programming. This is anxiety, not anxiety necessarily. Yeah, this is anxiety and sleeplessness. This is, you know, sleeping. It has a lot to do with the actual bedroom, the bed, right? Literally, as per the image, right? So, not being able to sleep. It's a heavy card. It's heavy energy. Here we're dealing with our first swords suit. But it's in the feelings. So this is really affecting your feelings. It could feel like there are long-term consequences here as well. And that could be troubling. But I think it could just, with you know, the fear base, there's always going to be fear with realizing something or recognizing something or following through with something. So yeah, you know, this maybe shouldn't be so shocking, I guess, when I think about it, right? Because it's a big deal here. The situation is a really big deal. being the star card. So yeah, and the feelings, where do you sleep? Where does the other person sleep? That type of thing. Not being able to sleep. But it's mind energy. So the way that this is affecting, it's interesting having the feelings suit, right? With the cup showing up in the thoughts and the mind suit showing up in the feelings. So again, I'm just feeling that sense of imbalance here. Ideally for me in this reading, it would be ideal, for example, to have any number of suits in each position, but it would be nice to have its home suit. And, heart would be cups, maybe pentacles, but swords is just troubling, right? It's troubled. Overemphasis could be a part of it. This could be repetition, doing the same thing over and over. Really needing closure on something here, needing a resolution to something. Perhaps even what's on your mind. Could be about this fixation. It could be keeping you up at night. It could be having to do something with your dreams here as well. You could be really bothered by them, it looks like, for some of you. All right, so what's the most probable outcome for this situation, collective? Oh my goodness. Wow, okay. So there's a lot that could happen, it looks like. I'm going to put these back. We're just looking for 3 or less, please. Let's try 3 or less, please, for the most probable outcome for the collective. All right. Very interesting little shuffle energy tonight, not going to lie. What is the most probable outcome for this situation? I could just be doing a poor job shuffling, but I feel chatty. Okay. There. All right. Very interesting. So this could be about approachability now that we're looking at the most probable outcome being the Hanged Man, the 8 of Wands, and the 4 of Wands. So wowzer. This is a grand recognition. This now is just feeling daunting, like haunting and daunting. Yeah. Needing closure, needing something to end here for sure. Because we have some Pisces energy now showing up, and now we have some Wands. So now we have this action. Remember how I talked about, the force, how you would, this energy, your will to power as the magician, you would enact in the real world. You would enact your will, and this is in sort of the psychic plane with the High Priestess. This is real world energy here with the Wands, right? Because we have action. This is fire energy. Now with the Hanged Man opposite here, the 4 of Wands, there's a coming to terms with something. Enlightenment. This is humility. We keep seeing this Hanged Man over the past, I would say, maybe 4 days, 5 days, I think. So this is a big deal. This is a beautiful big deal, especially finishing off this reading today. You go from that eclectic, unique energy. Where do you fit in? It's like tribal energy in a way, right? Because it's the wider family and we all have a place in it. being ourselves, where we don't have to, you know, fit in. We're all valued for ourselves. And, you know, this is just this recognition, particularly around your home. With the Four of Wands, it's a beautiful, happy home with your ideal partner. And this humility here, this humbling or suspension, there is a surrender. Now, there is, technically speaking, inaction. So there could be, I would say, again, over the next 24 hours, we'll see what the other cards say for external and internal energy, but there's a point here where this person, you or the other person, or you within this situation, could be communicating, could be forced to communicate very quickly, even though this feels so uncomfortable for you. And I say that because of the Eight of Wands. And the Eight of Wands, particularly right in the center of these two cards, is all about fast communication. Tons of communication. Right? So I would say there would be stalling here if the Hanged Man was in the middle, but it's not. This situation, yeah, it needs closure. It needs to find out maybe what it can do, where it stands, what it wants, right? This is willful energy. These are also, you know, the wands of passion. If this is a love reading for you, it's really the expression, you know, just a lot of expression about how passionate you are about something. If this is a work project, same thing. I would say if there's a business decision here regarding going into business with a friend, I would maybe sleep on that, because you have the suspension here and then the overnight here. So possibly sleep on that. You could find out something in your dreams that could be significant for one or some of you out there. So we do have 2 repeating numbers so far. We have 2 eights. Oh wow, I saw the Tower earlier. That's funny. We saw the 5 of Pentacles yesterday as well. Interesting. So, and then we have a lot of Pentacle energy coming out, which is nice because the whole reading, as you see here, did not include any Pentacles. So now we're looking at our belongings, our valuables, our health, things like that, our finances, right? Resources. Let's look at external energy. So we have the 4 of Pentacles, the 10 of Cups, and the King of Pentacles. So we have 2 10s now. That's interesting. 2 10s. So that's nice because I was talking about a completion up here. So you're definitely seeking it. I think you know, this could just be a glitch here, or there could be a misunderstanding here about occult language or about like spell work in some way here. Either there's a novice situation involved and it's not going well, or it's being returned. So yeah, and closure is necessary. So that's nice, right? So it's near the end. But with these guys here, the 10 of Cups in the center of the 4 of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles here. So now we have some Taurus energy and we have this clinging energy with the happy home. So we're seeing this happy home here, and then we see this glorious fulfillment in your heart space over here. So there could be a fixation on this as well, because now we have Capricorn and Taurus energy, 10th house and 2nd. So now we have you know, possessions, and then you have like obsessions. So, and with this clinging energy, again, it's it could just be something as simple as be careful what you wish for here as well, because particularly if it's something that you feel uneasy about or you have an intuition about, and particularly if it has to do with your finances or your resources, money or health or income or anything like that, you know, investments, that type of thing, banking in general. So yeah, you want to, you know, protect your resources here, create your own happy home if need be. You go from the 8 here in your thoughts, 8 of Cups, to the 10 of Cups here. So you maybe can just, what's it called? Like cut something even. Cut even here, but just barely. We do have a little bit of loss energy over here, and the 4 is clinging. So yeah, I would, you know, protect very highly your, you know, emotional happiness and your emotional world and contentedness here. In terms of external energy coming into this, if this is not a person, this is just what's available to you. This could play out in your environment. Someone who could be making these moves, talking about these things, or you could be experiencing these types of energies where perhaps you'll begin to take a greater interest even in something special that you own because it's close to your heart. It's meaningful to you. This is artistry as well, right? We have Venus energy indicated with the King of Pentacles. I do want to mention Saturn is indicated here with the Capricorn ruled devil as well. And Saturn is limitations and restrictions. It's also father time. And it's the sign and planet. Saturn is the planet of lessons. Our lessons. All right. And then moon energy, I talked about that. 12th house is about, you know, endings and beginnings. It's also about dreamscapes. It's, you know, the poet. The eternal poet, the dreamer. And this energy can be accused of being slow of getting things, but once they do, it's like it's a real aha moment, and then there's this spark of action after it here with the outcome. So internal or subconscious energy. We have the Knight of Pentacles, the 5 of Pentacles, and the 10 of Pentacles. Wow. So yeah, this offer, you could be dealing with a younger earth sign male for sure. With the 5 of Pentacles in the center of these two, the offer here definitely going to take a loss. Something's going to be paid out that isn't an entire on the balance. What maybe like in a way like what you signed up for, but there is a rejection here. There is a rejection of maybe even shared finances. So this reading is going on so long, guys. I'm so sorry. They're supposed to be much, much shorter than this. So I'm going to wrap it up. But this is a legacy card here as well. We have Virgo energy with the Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, I would love to do these a little bit longer because they, I can't always do them in 20 minutes, but you definitely feel here, you know, subconsciously there is a sense of rejection and not getting exactly what you wanted. But yeah, I do think that you're going to find a way out. The because good things are coming in, you're going to get a lot of positive messages here about a new path, a new way to invest, or even how to spend your time and money. Overall energy for the whole reading today, guys, is the Tower. So more major energy showing up with the Six of Wands. We have some more Wands energy here, right? So this is a success. This is a victory, but you have that Tower energy. So, and because this is matching energy with the most probable outcome, this could be very shocking, or the message could be quite eruptive, or you know, if it is a relationship or a love romance reading, this person or energy feels like they could be very successful in this area with just coming in and showing off in a way, but something's going to be like topsy-turvy about that with regard to these messages. There's an and it's so funny, before I even, I'm just going to say it, like, I would expect the unexpected here as well, because earlier when I saw this show up as I was shuffling, I actually had that thought too. I was like, something unexpected could happen here. So messages within the next, 24 hours for sure. That is all I'm getting. I am going to leave it there. Collective, thank you as always for joining me. I love doing these readings for you, and I hope it was helpful to someone out there. Until I see you in the next one, bye for now.